Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, we are continuing our PHP admin panel. So now guys, in this video, we are going to do a CRUD application of user or admin. So guys, in previous video, we have already designed the user form and add the user, then edit the user, everything we have designed it. So now guys, let's get started with the coding part. So when we are going to submit the user data or admin data, that time it should save into your database, that is inside your PHP myadmin. So now guys, let's get back. And first step, you need to create a user table so we can insert all this data. So let's get back to our database. So right now I have created one Funda services database name, and let us create one table here. So users, I require 8 columns. So let's add 8 number of columns, that is 8. Let's create. And now guys, first we are going to get with the ID integer, which will be 11, and here we are going to select with the primary. Let's click go, and AI should be checked, that is auto increment. And one more thing, inside this attribute we should select unsigned, so it will give only positive values. So now guys, you can get to another name, varchar 191, then phone varchar, so we can give max 20, and here email varchar 100, then password varchar 100 is underscore ban. So if you want to ban the user or not, and we'll make tiny integer, and it is just checking true or false, so we can keep the value 1. And then as defined by default, we are going to not ban the user, so we'll make it as 0, which is not banned. Okay, so you can write a comment also, 0 equal to unban and 1 equal to ban. Role, so what role are you going to give? Is this admin or a user or a staff, any other roles? So we can just add a role column over there, and you can give max 100. And then guys, this is for when the user record was created, so you can add that column name as created at, and just select with the date or a timestamp, anything. Okay, and here I just wanted to get the current timestamp, and we can allow it null also if you require, or else ignore it. Click to save the table. Let's save. Perfect, so our table is ready guys. So guys, here I have not given a comment on the role part. Let's add that here on the command admin, user, staff, etc. Okay, so it goes on how much you want. So right now I'm keeping this 3 for example. And now guys, let's browse here. Awesome, so everything is set. And now guys, let us get back to the admin dashboard and start with the insertion of data into our database. So let's go to users create.php file, and here our form starts. So as simple guys, in the form tag, use a method which will be the post method, and here when you submit, you need to go to code.php. Let's move below. So here is my save button. When you submit this, it goes to the form tag action code.php. So guys, first step, you need to create a code.php file. Let's create it, code.php. Oops, it's going outside. You need to create inside this admin. Okay, so code.php. So now guys, let's get back to create file, and take all the input name field, name, phone, email, password, and then role is ban. So here is ban. And then guys, once save user. So what we'll do, let's get back. So now guys, let's begin with open PHP and close PHP. So here use a if condition and check with the is set function, $_post of the save user. So now guys, we need to get all the input field records from your user create file. So before we need to give database connectivity. So guys, for that, let us just create one folder outside the admin, which will be config, and inside that config folder we are going to create dbcon.php file. So this will be the data connection here. So let us just write the database connection, open and close, user define function, your DB server, that is the local host. So let's tell local host and copy and paste, then DB username, which is root, password. So password is null. So DB database. So my database is nothing but the Funda services. So let me just copy this database name, get back and paste here. Now guys, let us give the connection using mysqli. So we are going to use mysqli procedural. Okay. So $con equal to mysqli underscore connect function, where you'll mention the first will be your DB server. So let me just copy this DB server, comma, and then the username, comma, and then the DB password. Finally, the database. All set. And now guys, you need to check this variable whether it is true or false in the connection. So if not $con, then die function connection failed. Okay. Colon space concatenate the mysqli connect error. Okay. Function. That's it guys. Let's save. So once the database connection is successful, it will continue, else it will die here itself. So now guys, we have given the database connection successfully, and let us create one simple function.php. So this will be useful for many things. And now guys, here what we are going to do, we will include the DB connection require dbcon.php file. And now guys, let us get back to our code.php in the admin panel, and let's call this function.php as simple. So again require, so just move outside the admin folder, go to config folder, inside that config call the function.php. And one more thing guys, I just want to start the session underscore start function. So now guys, first step, let's get back to the code.php, and here we have included the function, and inside this function only we have given the database connectivity. All done. So now guys, let us begin with getting the username, dollar underscore post of array, where you will get this name. Okay. So create of name, let me just divide the files. Okay, open, and here you get the user of name. So now guys, you need to validate this post of name. So there is one mysqli function to validate the input records. So that is nothing but mysqli real escape string function, and here you pass it. So before this variable, you need to pass the database connection. Okay. And here you have to keep repeating this everywhere. Like if you again use this for the other inputs, it's going to repeat, right? So we have to write this big query. So for to escape this guys, you need to use a small function like validate or validate input. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll go back to the functions.php, just create a simple function and the function name like validate function, open and close curly brace, and inside this function you get the input data. And now just return mysqli real escape string function, where you get this connection and then the input data. Let's take and push here. So guys, we are getting one warning here, like the connection is not defined. We have included the very file database connection, but it's not able to read because it is inside the function. So what you have to do for that, you need to write a global. So global $con, that's it. So it sorts this. So now guys, you can get back and use this function in your code.php instead of writing this big of line. Okay, as simple. And now you can type it to phone, again phone. That's it. So you need to just go using on. So now guys, let me copy and paste all the input fields. So here name, email, and password. So let me just do that. So now guys, here on this is ban, you need to check that it is true or false. So it's a checkbox, it's not an input. So we have to just check here. Like if it is true, then you need to make it to 1, else make it 0. So this will store the true or false value for the is ban. So now guys, let us check dollar name is not equal to null, or dollar email is not equal to null, or dollar phone is not equal to null. Again, use dollar password is not equal to null. Okay, so I just want to check these 4 fields. Okay, let me close this and open here. And in the else condition, we need to tell all the fields are mandatory. So for that, you can use a simple session where we'll tell here the status equal to, inside double quotes, you can mention, please fill all input fields. Okay, and redirect header location colon back to the user create.php to this same page, and use exit, just exit. So now guys, we are going to just keep this code in one function and we'll be using it here. So let us control X and get back to the function.php, create a simple function and function name redirect, open and close and paste this. So first will be your page, then second will be your status or message. Done. So let us add here status, and this is page, not page, it's actually a URL. So let us copy that, and here you can just concatenate and leave the URL and exit of 0. So now guys, you can use this redirect in your code.php. We have included the function. Use the redirect function and give the page name, that is user create.php. Let us copy from the URL, paste here, and the message like please fill all the input fields. Okay, all set. So now guys, here once the fields are correct, you are going to write the query, type the query, insert into table name. So my table name is users. Let me show you. Okay, so here you find that users. Let's copy this and paste it, users, the column fields and the values. Okay, so here all the column fields. So let me get back, just copy this guys and paste here. And now let us give comma and separate them. Email, password is ban, and then this is comment, let me remove that, user role, then finally one created at is not required, by default it is going to insert, and the ID also is not required, you can remove, only name, phone, email, password is ban, and role. So same way, first is name, make sure you are giving in a single quotes. Okay, it should be in a single quotes or else it will not insert the data. The second value is phone, so you have to copy that phone. Let me break this down. Okay, phone, and then dollar email, the third column, the fourth column is dollar password, the fifth column is ban. Okay, and finally the role, dollar role. Okay, so everything is set. Let me move this up and down. And now guys, let's execute this above query dollar result or response mysqli underscore query function, where you're going to give the database connection and then your query. Now guys, you can use this if else condition to redirect. So if the result is true, then you're going to redirect to the user's page and tell users or admin added successfully. Else you can mention something went wrong. Okay, so just make it create.php. Okay, user create.php file, you are going back. And now guys, whatever you write the message, you need to show on the pages, right? So for that, you can get back here and use a function. Okay, let me tell like php echo and tell alert message or alert success, anything. So let's keep a simple message type itself. It's just an alert message. And now we need to create a function inside your function.php. Let's create that function alert message. And now guys, we need to check whether the message is set or not. For that, you need to use a if condition and check is set dollar underscore session of status. So this is the message which we are setting it, right? So here only while redirect, we are setting the message that is status, session of status. So we are checking if that is set. Then what you have to do, you have to echo this data. So for that, let me open and close div and add a bootstrap class, which will be alert success. And then inside this, use a h4 tag. Again, concatenate the variable dollar session of status. So let's copy this and paste here. All set. And after echoing it, I just want to disappear the message. So after showing the message, removing that message using unset function. Done. So now guys, you can use this inside any of your blade file. So how do you know it is used correctly? So for that, in each page, we have included the header.php, right? So if you go on your user.php, we have used a header. So we are going inside the includes header.php. On the top of the page, we will be including that function.php to work correctly in all the pages. Open PHP, close PHP, and just use a require where you need to go one step back, then two step back, and then go to config and then function.php. One step back, two step back, go to config and then your functions.php. So what I think we have to just keep only one, like one step back, because we are using this header in file. Whenever we call this file, it will be a one step back. So you just need to ignore that two step. And now guys, get back on the create page. So let us copy this and use it in the user also. So whenever you successful of inserting, we are coming back to this page. Let's save it. And now guys, you can get back. So refresh admin random digit phone number admin at gmail.com, password 123456. Select the role. I'm going to give him as an admin, and this is I'm unchecked. Okay, it's not banned. If you check it, it will be banned, something like that. So now guys, let's click on save, and here you see user admin added successfully. Perfect. So let us just check in our database, browse, and here you see done guys. So we have successfully added the data, and the success message font is too big. So what we'll do, we'll go back to our function.php and reduce that. Let's make it to h6. Save it, refresh. Let's add one more data, admin, and now Ved at gmail.com, password 123456, and I will give him a role as user and not ban, just make him user or admin added successfully. Let us just see here. Perfect, guys. Done. So now guys, let us get started with how to fetch the data from this database. So guys, this video is already extended. So let us continue in next video, that is part 5, where we'll be fetching the data, editing and deleting the user data. So in this video, that's it. Thank you for watching this video guys. Please subscribe, like and share.